For you at 10, that hurricane is also sinking weekend wedding plans of an Arvada couple.
They were planning to tie the knot in Hilton Head, South Carolina. Denver 7's Lance Hernandez talked to them this evening about what they plan to do now.
We had our moment, but we got over it.
This past week has been a whirlwind of emotion for Andrew Verapapa and Carolyn Clutterbuck. They were planning to get married at Wexford Plantation, but Hurricane Florence weighed in heavily.
The governor of South Carolina called a mandatory evacuation.
Carolyn, who works at UC Health, says she panicked at first and felt sad, then started thinking about all the people who live and work in the Carolinas. That helped the couple come to terms with the venue's cancellation of their special day.
It's okay as long as the people are safe and hoping for the least amount of damage possible.
They notified friends and co-workers.
They were like, wow, you're surprisingly calm. And we were like, yeah. 2 days ago we weren't, but we've come to terms with it now.
Andrew, who didn't even want to have to think about a plan B, says they'll have a special day anyway.
We're going to go rafting up in the mountains, so take benefit of the 80-degree weather up in the mountains and sunshine.
So take our dogs and camp and with some friends.
They've rescheduled their wedding day at the same venue, December 29th. There will be some readjustments.
Maybe some differences in flowers and maybe some blankets to help keep people warm, or some fires on the beach instead of in a bathing suit on the beach. I don't know.
Rain on a wedding day can be considered good luck. What about a hurricane?
Extra good luck.
Yeah, we're hoping extra. Maybe we're not sure. Someone actually asked me that too. They're like, so what does this mean? I was like, I don't know.
Technically didn't get married, I guess.
Yeah, we haven't been married yet.
Lance Hernandez, Denver 7.
Extra good luck. And a Thornton family says they're now turning their North Carolina vacation into a mission. They didn't think they'd be packing water bottles and hygiene products to take evacuees to evacuees at shelters, but it's what they feel is the right thing to do. Also, an update on Colorado Task Force 1. Those first responders are hunkering down in Pembroke, North Carolina. They'll ride out the first part of the hurricane and then get to work helping evacuees.
And if you want to help evacuees or people in the disaster zone, make sure you know who you are giving money to. Now, scammers love to create fake organizations, go door to door, or even call you to get your personal information. Now, the Red Cross, as you know, is always a safe bet.
And a major backlash tonight over President Trump's tweet questioning the Hurricane Maria death toll in Puerto Rico. The president tweeted today saying 3,000 people did not die. And Democrats are just trying to make him look bad. Many lawmakers say now isn't time for politics, it's time to prepare. And Colorado lawmakers are weighing in, Republicans and Democrats alike, very critical of the president's tweet. We have their full statements right now on the free Denver 7 app.
And we promise we're going to stay on top of the storm for you and alert you the second it makes landfall. Our team in the newsroom will be working while you are sleeping, so tune in to Denver 7 starting at 4:30 a.m. for updates.
A stunning end to the trial of the man accused of killing Colorado State Trooper Cody Donahue.
The judge declared a mistrial over a surprise piece of evidence. Denver 7's Jackie Crea explains this bombshell in court.
This is an emotional case. On one side, a fallen trooper's widow and the children who will never see their father again. And on the other, the truck driver accused of hitting and killing him, claiming it was a tragic accident.
They failed to abide by the rules, and we caught them.
Harvey Steinberg, the defense attorney for truck driver Noe Gamez Ruiz, says evidence in court took them by surprise.
They kept important reports that they knew would be valuable to the defense.
DA George Brockler says his prosecution team didn't expect their expert witness to claim it was a lock on the truck, not the side view mirror that struck Trooper Donahue and killed him along I-25 in 2016. Well, this is the incident that prompted lawmakers to strengthen the move over law.
Now, whether it would have made a big difference, little difference, no difference, that's less important than the fact that, you know, at the end of the day, especially when it's an expert, those expert opinions, got to be complete.
The defense was also concerned it didn't have all the information about one of the witnesses. There will be a hearing next month to decide how to move forward. In the studio, Jackie Crea, Denver 7.
Tonight, we're waiting on a judge's decision on motions filed in the Chris Watts murder case. He's the man accused of killing his pregnant wife and 2 little girls in Frederick. Prosecutors want his fingerprints, cheek swabs, and handprints. DNA experts say that's standard. It's only strange these are being filed a month after Watts' arrest.
In Massachusetts, as many as 70 homes exploded and caught fire because of a natural gas line issue. And and at least one young man was killed, 18 years old. State police tweeted that those in Lawrence, North Andover, and Andover who have gas service should evacuate their homes immediately, and the mayor of Lawrence urges citizens, get out of your house and go north to the river.
And new at 10, the missing endangered alert for this 11-year-old California girl has been called off. Kaya Fina went missing last Thursday out of Orange County. Investigators believe her biological mother, who doesn't have custody, took her, and they were somewhere here in the metro. Now they believe she is no longer in Colorado.
Take a look at this new dramatic body cam video tonight of an officer-involved shooting in Denver after a robbery at the 7-Eleven off Colfax. Now, this was in June. So watch this just chaotic scene. The moment an officer is shot, watch this. He doesn't even flinch, and he continues to make sure people are safe.
What are you saying?
Right here, and you got it done.
7-man maker, bring the flag down on disturbance.
Shots fired. I need a tourniquet now.
I have an officer hit in the leg. Give me cars here, code 10.
Look at that. Keeps doing his job. And the suspect, 29-year-old Carnell Nelson, was killed in the shootout with those two officers. The suspect also shot a bystander in the foot. The officer who was shot and ran over to help the woman until paramedics got there. Both the bystander and that officer are fine.
And as we keep an eye on Hurricane Florence here at home, this drought map released today proves just how dry we are. Only 20% of the state is not experiencing drought conditions. That's a stark contrast from this time last year when 65% of the state was drought-free. On fire watch, those dry conditions refueled the Silver Creek fire near Kremling. Look at these flames kicked up by winds. Just in the last few hours, another round of pre-evacuation notices were sent out to people in surrounding neighborhoods. This fire's been burning since mid-July after a lightning strike, and it's burned more than 6,800 acres. And progress is being made on the Seaman fire in Larimer County, but it's still burning at this hour. Lightning also sparked this one on Tuesday. It's now 35% contained after scorching more than 230 acres.
We have a Contact 7 consumer alert for you. Please listen. So we've all been there. Arapahoe County driver comes back to his car. Surprise, there's a parking ticket. But this one wasn't real.
Yeah, take a look at what happened. It was on a car parked along Arapahoe Road in Centennial. It looks real until you look closer. The city of Inglewood is misspelled.
Yeah, you think they'd get that one right. The Arapahoe County Sheriff's Department doesn't know if this is a scam or a practical joke or what, but regardless, make sure you double check it's a legitimate ticket before you pay it.
And heads up for anyone planning to audition for American Idol in the morning, you can sleep a little later. Denver police say they won't let anyone line up at the convention center before 7 a.m. Registration starts at 7:30 and auditions will run until 6 tomorrow night.
This is the jungle, Denver City. This is the jungle, pal. This is the Wild West.
Fired up and bracing for the crowd.
This is Denver.
And we're just hours away from Denver's first big music festival in years.
There are going to be people in the alley. There are going to be people peeing on my yard.
Tonight we're going 360. Will it be a doozy of traffic crash and noise, or will the moneymaker be worth it?
We just don't know what the outcome's going to be, so we're just hoping for the best.
Next on Denver 7.
Here it comes, the Grand Doozy, Denver's first major music festival in 8 years, and it's expected to draw 60 to 100,000 people, and it begins tomorrow.
And even if you're not going, you may feel the impact. Let's start with the traffic. Road closures already in place. One lane of Santa Fe to the east of Overland Park Golf Course is closed for Uber and Lyft pickups and drop-offs. Florida to the north of the course also closed, and Jewel to the south is closed for bus drop-offs and pickups.
And this is a no parking event. So what about the huge crowds? What about the damage to the golf course, the noise?
Denver 7's Russell Haythorne is taking a 360 look at the good, the bad, the ugly that comes with what's being promoted as the dooziest festival ever.
This is Denver.
We've got a grand doozy for doozy.
The name says it all. Grand Doozy.
Something extraordinary.
But whether it lives up to the hype as the dooziest multi-day concert of all, that's still debatable.
I don't like the fact that there's going to be 100,000 people in my neighborhood.
Setup started last week.
Here we go.
The 3-day festival at Overland Park Golf Course is now just a few days away. So let's go 360. We'll explore 3 things: why it's coming, is it worth it, and will it succeed?
It's happening, and so we're hoping for the best.
Let's start with why it's coming. The organizer, Superfly, sees Denver as a hole-in-one.
We've always been inspired to do something here.
Colorado is a music mecca with venues like Red Rocks, yet Denver has been without a music festival since 2010. When the Mile High Music Festival went belly up, citing the economic downturn. Superfly says it's time for a restart.
We want to be a great partner, and that goes with spending a lot of time on the ground, community outreach.
But is it worth it? Clearly, the city of Denver thinks it is. The revenue sharing agreement could net the city more than $2 million, depending on ticket sales, money the city could use for new restrooms and landscaping at Overland Park. Some golfers support it, others do not.
There's something out here that's going to help the community raise money. Always for something like that.
I've been against it the entire time. I feel like the course may be in horrific shape.
The vast majority of neighbors say it's going to be a nightmare.
There are going to be people in the alley. There are going to be people peeing on my yard.
Quality of life and peace of mind, and also the neighborhood's much too close for something of this magnitude.
Helene Orr is standing in her front yard, directly across from the driving range where the main stage will go.
Honestly, the city didn't care. Nobody cared.
So, will it succeed? Organizers say there's no doubt.
Hopefully bring people from outside of Denver and Colorado to come visit, see all that's great about Denver and Colorado.
Orr says Superfly has agreed to relocate some residents with serious medical issues to hotels to avoid the crowds.
Which is great. I mean, they didn't have to do it.
But even with a lineup that includes Kendrick Lamar, Florence and the Machine, and Stevie Wonder.
I don't care if Stevie Wonder comes. You know, I love Stevie Wonder. He's a great musician and all that. But you're coming into my neighborhood and you're going to rock my neighborhood for 3 days? I'm not down with that, man.
Russell Haythorne, Denver 7.
All right, we want to hear from you. Is it worth it? What do you think about the city hosting this big music festival? Email us 360@thedenverchannel.com or send us a message on Facebook or on Twitter.
I mean, I get it. Heck of a lineup, but I don't live right there. So we'll see how that pans out. Starts tomorrow. You've got your hands full this weekend as well with this weather.
It'll be a hot music festival, that's for sure. And if you're heading out early tomorrow morning, it'll be the comfortable part of the day because we have another scorcher coming up. We start in the mid-60s. By 9 a.m., mid-70s. By noon, back to the mid-80s. But get to the mountains because the fall color is gorgeous. Look at these shots up in Routt County by our friend Larry Pierce. Just beautiful color. But also this shot, that's the Silver Creek fire as seen from up on Rabbit Ears Pass. And this is what it looked like from near Cheyenne, Wyoming, up at Archer, Wyoming. That's all the smoke from that fire. And we do expect that to stay pretty smoky in the northern skies of Colorado over the next couple of days. 96 the high today. That tied the record. And it's the 53rd day of 90 or better so far this summer and 16 degrees warmer than normal. Right now, it's still 80 downtown, 76 at the airport, 18% relative humidity. Pressure rising. Southwest winds at 16 miles per hour. You know, these strong hurricanes, the fires, the heat, all of it's related to global warming and climate change. And right now in San Francisco, the Global Climate Action Summit is going on, and you can participate, watch it live. Just go to that address. Also, I've posted a brand new article on climate change on my Facebook, Mike Nelson, Denver 7. So here's the big culprit on the eastern part of the country. Florence is just going to rock the Carolinas with the heavy rain, the storm surge, the tornadoes. Back here in Colorado, we could use a little bit of rain, but it's way up to the north of us, and it's going to stay on the north side of this front. That's where there's cooler air, too. Temperatures only in the 70s over the northern Rockies today, but the front is stalled. This front is also going to help slow down Florence. The combination for us, it's going to stay hot and dry. Mild and quiet tonight, haze and smoke to the north. Overnight tonight, that front doesn't move.